This week on Around the Monitor, Final Fantasy VII Remake has been leaked online. Spoiler alert, Aerith dies. And we get an interview with the guy behind the game, I Am Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father, get ready to go Around the Monitor.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of January 3rd, the first week of 2020. Call this year hindsight, because, my boys, it's 2020. This is Around the Monitor, the weekly gaming news talk show, where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. I'm your host, King Kaiser. Joining me once again is, actually start down here, Master Ham Mizuki.
I now have a blacklight Psychonauts poster.
Ooh. Trying to one-up his own Psychonauts fandom.
The only one he has to worry about is himself.
We've got the Ace Attorney, Dapper Dastard.
Hey guys.
And,
I don't have a bit. I was busy trying to play TFT.
That was good.
and we've got the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
It's 2020, and there's one thing I want to say. Kingdom Hearts 3 is still bad.
hey man, just wait for that DLC. That $30 DLC.
Fuck off.
Was that really how expensive it is?
Yeah.
Better be 26 hours.
Yeah.
That's the real price. Costs more than the game does now.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's really ridiculous.
Outrageous.
If this is your first time joining us, know that you can watch this show live on twitch.tv/KingKaiser. You can catch us every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't watch us live, don't worry. You can catch us on YouTube the next day at 10 a.m. as well as on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. And we also have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr. Just kidding. We don't have a Tumblr. But let's get into it.
No one has a Tumblr anymore.
Not since the incident.
Not since the purge of the porn.
But let's get into the trivia question this week to decide the order. A big talking point this week, I'm sure, is going to be Final Fantasy VII for reasons that we will be getting into. But my boys, the first question is, how many copies has Final Fantasy VII sold in the original form? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII sold, sorry.
Okay.
No,
this is
7 copies,
just the PS1 version, or does that include like the PC port and like the Switch port?
So
all versions.
Yes, all versions, but
Okay.
I mean, not like what is it, Cerberus's Dirge or whatever the hell the thing is.
Not offshoot games.
Cerberus,
The
not-
base game, but
not
all
like Crisis-
versions.
You know, like Crisis Core and Dirge of
Exactly.
Cerberus and those games.
Dirge of Cerberus is fucking rough.
It's kind
Yeah.
of fun. It's fun in a stupid way, but it is definitely stupid.
It's fun but bad.
Yeah, what I say.
Exactly.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Uh,
I've outlawyered Pridge. That ain't true.
That's not really my yard, to be fair.
any
This is a hard one.
any first guesses here?
21 million.
21 million.
I think that's high.
Yeah, probably. My thing is
Fif-
only like I think a lot of people have bought it multiple times.
Yeah, I'm in that one.
I'll go 18 million.
Oh,
Okay, it's 18.
Okay.
Also, I expected to lose this TFT game in 5th place, and I'm still going.
Damn.
Nice,
15 mil for me.
Around the Monitor, where we take our podcast very seriously.
I'm not
I
playing.
really was supposed to be dead by now.
I'm not playing Magic the Gathering.
I hate you so much. Mizuki,
Okay, there, I died.
15.
15 million. All right, correct answer, 13.1 million. So that means the correct order, the order will be Mizuki, Dapper, and then Fisher.
Sorry, it was 13 million?
Correct.
Yep.
Wow, that's lower than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's a third party, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
It did port later, but although I think it was like by far the lion's share was on actual PS1, but
That makes
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's you also got to imagine 99% of people who are not 90, but a lot of people who are getting it nowadays are just getting an emulator so they can play it for free.
Yeah,
Used as well,
Very
because
good point I didn't think about.
that also doesn't pass or doesn't include
That's
used
true.
copy sales.
That's very
because
true.
that's how I got my physical copy.
Oh, you know what? That's how I got mine too.
I just have it on Steam.
I have never played it, so
Get out of here.
Game's not that good.
Okay, I should say I
It's-
played
it's-
I played like an hour of it. I was like, this is it.
It's as far as the Kingdom Hearts games go. Fuck me. As far as the Final Fantasy games go, it's one of the good ones, and that's about all I can say about that.
Final
game.
Fantasy VII, the game in the Kingdom
One of the
Hearts
Kingdom
franchise.
Hey, it's anyway that terrible director.
I mean, you're not really wrong.
Technically not.
It is.
Hate Tetsuya Nomura.
Anyways,
He's the George Lucas of games.
let's go over the topics for this week. That's not a bad point.
I know. I thought about it like 2 days ago.
This is the first week of the year, so we do have some light news this week. Some of these I would argue should not be topics, but here we go. The video game industry earned over $120 billion in 2019.
A lot of cash.
A lot of cash. CD Projekt Red signs a new agreement to keep the Witcher author happy. Also in Witcher news, the Witcher games are now performing better than ever 4 years after their release. Final Fantasy VII Remake has had the demo leaked on the PSN, but also it has the entire code for the game, which is now online, and yes, there are spoilers out there, so be careful.
They didn't learn from Saints Row.
Yeah, and it's the thing where like at first I was like, oh, it's a 20-year-old game, how are there spoilers? Like, guys, we know this, but apparently there are some changes and important things. Is Nintendo teasing a new Splatoon content in an image? Smash Ultimate is hosting a Melee-style tournament. The studio behind Ori and the Will of the Wisps will be making an action RPG next. There's an interview with the guy behind the game I Am Jesus Christ. I still can't believe that game's being made.
Fuck yeah. The topic rules. If you like a topic, you're an asshole.
There's a prototype for the Nintendo PlayStation, which will be going up for auction this in March of this year. And 2 late additions. We've got a trailer for the new Earthbound-styled Earthbound spiritual successor game titled Oddity. And the Uncharted movie series has lost another director. The 6th director has now departed the... Yeah, seriously. I'll drink that one, actually, though. Mizuki, which topic would you like to take first?
Ooh. You know, we're just gonna go right into it. Final Fantasy VII Remake demo.
Alrighty. Please take it away.
The PlayStation Store / PSN has done it again. They have leaked yet another game for like the 4th time in the past year. They leaked Resident Evil 3 Remake before that got announced. They leaked another game early in the year that I can't remember. And now they're leaking not only the Final Fantasy VII Remake like demo, but the entire game, basically.
They must be stopped.
It's wild.
I don't fucking understand this. So like I played what I assume is the demo, which is the first level of the game at E3, and it was at PAX as well. I'm assuming that's what the demo is. You play through the game, you get to the big spider bot boss, fight the boss, and then that's the end of it. So I'm guessing that's the demo. There's no way they loaded the full game on those fucking consoles at the conventions. So why the hell are they loading the full game and do it in the PSN store? This is dumb as hell. Like, I don't get it. Not only are they putting it up early, but they're also putting the whole fucking game up for people to just go through and pull out spoilers and spoil.
Here's the thing too: if Mizuki can't explain it, the only guy who knows how video games work on the inside, really, we're fucked, gentlemen.
I think,
like, I really hope they just put the wrong file somewhere. Like, okay, so what realistically they probably did is probably a full game download, and part of the game's locked until you get a key, essentially.
Right, but I just don't understand why they would do that. Like, just make a separate file that is only part of the game.
It's a lot easier to do it that way.
Who did this like less than a year ago? Also,
yeah. It's way easier to just put the rest behind a wall, like technically speaking, than actually separate everything. There are a lot more risks when you separate a demo out.
Gotcha.
And it takes a lot of work, really, for what you get at the end. So I get why they did it, but with such a big game, where they know there's important stuff, there's so many unknowns in this known game, which is a weird thing to say, but there are a lot of unknowns.
You know people are going to do that. You know people are going to go through the code and do stuff like this.
They're ravenous for it.
Yeah.
They're ravenous
people
to
want
suck
this
up
game.
the heat of Cloud.
I mean, I am. I mean, give me that Final Fantasy VII remake. Come on. It's so good.
Play it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But
just wild.
Really good.
So just anyone watching, don't go reading forum posts about Final Fantasy VII, because someone will probably leak stuff about the
be careful.
New characters.
I've heard that
changes.
Aerith dies.
Okay, well that wasn't.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, that's also probably not going to be in this episode.
No.
Also, only if you suck at the game.
Guys, you just have to buy Phoenix Down. It's fine. By the
They're
way,
expensive.
Buy the Aerith Live DLC.
Oh shit! What if they did that?
Don't.
Fuck.
Don't give them ideas.
Yes,
don't give them
I
ideas.
have an idea.
Quick shout out to
My phone's ringing.
shout out to
Kaiser, mute that piece of the podcast.
For Tennessee and
I just got a text. Square Enix, where are you?
We expect our check in the mail, sir. $30 DLC? Yes, please.
Quick shout out to Green 8 Ball in the chat for giving us another subscription. This is 23 months shy, just 1 month of 2 years. Thank you very, very much for that. It is greatly appreciated. That being said, Dapper, you're
Shame
up.
you got kicked off the show.
Shut up, Dapper. You're up next. Where would you like to take us?
All right, I know I talked about this a couple episodes ago, but I want to go back to talking about the Uncharted movie. I went on a short rant about it a few weeks ago, but back when I ranted about it, I was an ignorant child.
Oh.
I have now looked more into what has happened to this movie, and it makes it even better.
Please explain.
Okay, so the Uncharted movie has now employed and lost 6 directors. This movie was first announced not last decade, but technically the decade before.
What?
Because it was first announced in 2008.
Jesus.
You know, technically. Oh,
right.
When did Uncharted 1 come out?
2007, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's brand confidence, baby.
But just to sum this up, we are going to take a short walk through all 6 directors. Who have
Okay, I like this.
It's honestly kind of funny. So we actually start out with the person who probably had the best chance to make this a good movie, with David O. Russell, known for The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, and American Hustle.
Oh, wow, okay.
So the guy literally has gotten like 4 or 5 different actors and actresses Oscars for his movies. And he was going to direct and write it. So we actually started out pretty high. Okay. But unfortunately, we lose David Russell after only about a year or 2. In comes second, Neil Berger. And he was the director of Limitless, Divergent, and The Upside. So, like, I kind of get Limitless and Divergent. Like, Divergent sucked, but, like, again, not really a bad choice.
You can make an action film. Yeah.
But then Berger drops out in 2012, and then things go really kind of weird for a while.
Here we go. Put me in, coach.
They then tried to get Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg to write the script.
What?
2 comedy writers to write this script.
I mean,
the third actor, Seth Gordon, is known for Horrible Bosses, 4 Christmases, and Pixels.
Oh.
I don't know where this guy came from, but he was the third director.
That's a video game. That's a movie about video games, so it makes sense.
That sucked unimaginably bad.
Wait, hold on. No, I want that script. It's got pixels. Pixels is terrible.
But that doesn't last. So then we bring in... also, at the same time, they also did get the writer of Zero Dark 30 to try and rework the script.
What?
But that also didn't work.
Oscar award.
That is the furthest 2 apart things you could ever ask for. I want Seth Rogen and the guy who wrote Zero Dark 30 now.
All right, but we lose all that. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg didn't even accept. They declined outright. Okay. We lose director 3.
Jesus.
Who didn't really exist.
Another filmmaker, another rewriter comes in, and we get 4th director, Sean Levi. another really weird choice, because that's Big Fat Liar, Cheaper by the Dozen, and I'm pretty sure all 3 Night at the Museum movies. So, that's what we wanted. We wanted
there's a lot of
Night at the Museum.
There's a lot of history in those movies, so, it makes sense with Nathan Drake.
Exactly. Obviously,
what the fuck?
That doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We enter Dan Trachtenberg, director number 5.
That's a fake name.
This was also kind of a decent one, because he was 10 Cloverfield Lane.
It's all right.
Okay.
He wrote the Black Mirror episode Playtest, which I think was video game related.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
He wrote the premiere episode of the Amazon Prime series The Boys. I think that's Boys.
Yeah.
Great first episode.
Everybody's like,
he actually did a short film based on the Portal series. So this
give this guy.
So this one actually could have worked. Okay. But unfortunately, it didn't. And finally, Director 6, Travis Knight, who we most know for Kubo and the Coup String, and Kubo and
oh my god,
so good,
yeah,
and Bumblebee, which I feel like Bumblebee was a fun action romp and kind of would fit with what they wanted for the Uncharted movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But as we know, that too did not work.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 directors and 7 rewritten scripts later,
Jesus.
And here we are in 2020, still with no goddamn clue what's going to happen to this Uncharted movie. And it's probably going to be bad no matter what happens.
Almost certainly.
But it's just fun to look at how many directors have left because of creative differences, i.e. Sony probably being awful about this. And then
sure they are, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Sony's ruined the script probably 5 of these 7 times. It's been rewritten. But yeah, I just think it's really funny to actually look through and timeline what the fuck happened, because it's just ridiculous.
Well, I guess you could.
Can I pull a quote here?
Sure.
This is from a film scholar I know. Jesus, it's just Indiana Jones. How hard can it be to the director? Lol.
I mean, that's the truth. That's
the quote from Music from Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna actually quote
both
someone.
a good point on that.
Just like,
point for Dapper for good measure.
I went to film school and don't care about that.
But man, I feel like this is like, to quote Sully Sullivan, El Goddamn Dorado, because nobody can fucking find a director for this fucking movie. This is ridiculous.
Well,
they found 6 of them.
I have a fear this is gonna follow the dreams law, as I like to call it, which is the more times you show up around the monitor, and we all think it's gonna be bad, it ends up somehow being good.
Here's the thing.
There's an exception to that.
I really like Tom Holland.
Death Stranding.
You're not wrong. I do really like Tom Holland.
That's for the spoiler cast, my friend.
Yeah, we gotta work in time to record that.
On that. Yeah,
we definitely missed the boat on that, but we'll still do it. Yeah, all right. There's nothing much more to say about this.
Yeah, I mean, you like Tom Holland, but I like Michael Fassbender. That didn't make the Assassin's Creed movie not a load of shit.
That's a good point.
So I mean,
Jake Gyllenhaal, Prince of Persia.
Yeah, you can still ruin a video game movie even with good
and it is
not only is it possible, it's likely.
It is.
They put Jake Gyllenhaal in Prince of Persia and Fassbender in Assassin's Creed. But guess what? Those actors are great. Both those movies suck.
Yeah, I think the best part of all this is that God, what's his name? Mark Wahlberg was scheduled to originally play Nathan Drake, and it's taken so long that now he's playing Sully.
Oh, so that's bad casting.
Years.
It is bad casting.
Years.
It is. He should not play Sully.
No, he shouldn't play either.
Yeah. Anyways, Fisher, what would you like to pick for your topic?
So I guess I have to take this because it's my fucking wheelhouse. Smash Ultimate is holding a Melee tournament.
Is this your wheelhouse? I feel like you hate Smash.
It's a fighting game.
Into the fighting game.
I'm glad you called it a fighting game, but
barely a fighting game, but it's a fighting game.
There it is.
Please explain.
It's the worst kind of fighting game. So
popular one.
Smash fans are terrible. If you like Smash, you're bad.
Wow.
Wow.
But particularly Smash Melee fans.
Wow.
These are the people at Evo who turned their back because they crowded a stage because that was supposed to be their stage and somebody else got it, and all stood in front and turned their backs around so no one could see. And 55 got booted out of Evo 2016. Oh wow! I wonder why no one likes you guys. They are notoriously the most bitchy and annoying people that are impossible to placate. And they were furious at Smash. Nintendo's basically saying, "Hey, we don't want people playing old Smash at tournaments. Sorry, we don't want that's not the image of our brand anymore. Fuck off." Which they have every right to do. They're a company. So to placate these whiny babies, they were like, "Here, we'll give you a Melee tournament because every fighter is in Smash Ultimate now. Some of different movesets, not important.
Yeah. Very different control scheme, tier lists.
Yeah, different controller. You can use the Wavebird if you want. It's
only the Wavebird though, not the regular GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
No one uses a Wavebird.
The Smash controllers that nobody bought. Yeah, I know. But
no, they're wired.
Oh yeah, they are wired. You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I have them.
All right, that's my case.
Nobody bought them.
All this is a band-aid on a big crying baby problem. I really just want to rip on Smash players in general, but particularly Melee players because they're toxic for the fighting community. If anime fighters can hold tournaments in bathrooms and be just fine, hey, Melee players, you'll survive without getting your shit. Also, Nintendo's already placating you. Do this, shut up, don't show up at EVO next year. Bye.
GD.
Shots
You fighting game tournaments held in bathrooms, similar or lower level than a Dr. Disrespect stream. I don't know.
You joke, but like the anime fighter bathroom tournaments are like now a legit thing at EVO.
Jesus God,
they're awesome.
Well, real quick before we do a second round, I do want to point out Mizuki redeemed a point.
I know I can.
I know, but it is. I forgot to mention this in the start of the stream. Now, if you
what did I get that point for?
No, he took away a point because
fuck you, dude.
Basically, if you watch the show live on Twitch, you can redeem Twitch points that are now a thing for watching the show, and take away or add points to players depending on if you agree or disagree with their arguments.
This is a system designed to take points away from me and Hayo.
I won't say you're wrong.
I feel like it's more Hayo.
Well,
yeah, but when Hayo's not here, I take up the mantle.
I think even
not to the degree.
That is a tough mantle. No. That is a tough mantle.
Nobody can fill
Hayo's
shoes.
I can't carry the weight. What do you want from me?
All right. Going back around in the order, we've got Mizuki. Where would you like to start round two?
Let's talk CD Projekt Red and The Witcher.
Which topic?
Interesting. The one that actually mentions CD Projekt Red. So The Witcher author.
Okay. Take it away.
I think this is a really interesting topic. It's a little more businessy.
Mm-hmm.
So when the author of The Witcher, whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's Andrew, but with a Z somehow.
Well, hold on. Can we all try it and whoever gets closest gets a point?
No.
I don't think we even have any way to judge it.
Google it.
We don't know the answer.
It's Andrew, but with a J and a Z. I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyways, Mizuki, take it away.
I don't either.
It's probably just like Andre.
No fun.
Who knows? But so the Witcher author originally, when he signed the contract with CD Projekt Red for them to take over video game rights for the Witcher franchise, he made a very poor business decision.
He sure did.
So he signed a flat fee contract thinking that CD Projekt Red hadn't really made any big name games before. They're going to make something with The Witcher. It's going to flop. I'm going to take my money and cut the fuck out of this. He was wrong. The Witcher's like a multi-million, if not billion-dollar franchise at this point. So he done fucked up and has said since then that he very much regrets selling it for a flat fee.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he regrets all that money. Although now he's got the Netflix money. So
oh my God. I can't imagine how much money he's made in the last 2 weeks. Just
good. Well, my guess is this next. So they re-signed a deal with him. I'm assuming to maintain those rights going forward.
Mhm.
They've talked about making Witcher games in the future.
He's
There's
also
going to be a Witcher
consultant
4
on the show, if I recall correctly.
Yes, he's creative consultant on the
Mhm.
show as well.
Smart.
So he basically was like, let's not do that flat fee thing again. And CD Projekt Red is like, yeah, you messed up, but okay, we'll not do the flat fee because you probably will take our IP away that we make millions of dollars off of. So like,
I think it's.
of course they gave him a good deal.
I think they did have the rights moving forward. I think it was more of like a goodwill thing where they're like, listen, we don't want the owner, like the originator of this intellectual property, screaming that we're bad guys.
Well, and you don't know, we don't know the terms of the contract. Like, we don't know when it runs out, and if it runs out in a few years and they don't
pump out
maintain
another
a
game.
Goodwill with him.
Yeah.
Well, if they
Or
if
that,
they don't
or
pump out
that.
another game. B, if they don't maintain goodwill and they want to continue to do new development with it, they're fucked.
Yeah.
It's going to go to somebody else.
Only cause problems.
Yes.
Yeah, so like it makes sense for CD Projekt Red to just bite that bullet and be like, "Hey, we made a fuckload of money and we're able to expand to like 3 studios, open an online store in GOG,
Yeah.
and
Also, it's not
doing publishing and shit too."
It's
so
not like CD Projekt Red is hurting for money right now.
no, and I'm assuming what they are looking at this as is like, "Hey, you know what? This Witcher deal you signed us initially was basically a giant free investment / loan."
Oh my god. It's
That enabled us to like expand our business and become as cool and amazing as we are.
Mhm.
Allow us to make Cyberpunk 2077, which looks dope. So yeah, you know what? Here's however much money I'm sure they negotiated and gave him something decent but not insane.
Yeah.
Because he did kind of fuck that up.
He
So
totally fucked it. Yeah. All right. Dapper, where would you like to take your second round?
I would like to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Damn it.
That was a really good setup. I don't know why I didn't realize somebody was going to do that.
Because there is a game being released, released on Steam called I Am Jesus Christ.
Tell us the good word.
And I will try. And if you watch the trailer, it literally just shows Jesus from a first-person view, walking around, and there's some sort of like miracle bar on the corner, and he just sort of holds his hands out.
The miracle
and
meter.
does miracles. I don't really know what else there is about it.
It's really the Dark Souls of the gospel.
Yeah, 100%.
I hate you.
Definitely. So yeah, someone sat down and spoke with this creator and trying to figure out whether this game was supposed to be serious or satire. The guy says he is a Christian who enjoys the Bible, so this apparently is supposed to be serious. But of the 6 questions they asked him, they did forget the most important question.
Which is?
Why the fuck is everyone so white? Can we please stop doing this? Jesus was an Arab in the Middle East.
Now,
if you watch the trailer,
doesn't check out.
Everyone is so incredibly white.
Now,
it is so historically offensive.
Dapper, I don't know if you've Googled Jesus, but I'm pretty sure if you Google Jesus, the first like 300 pictures are of a white man.
I'm almost positive he was ripped, had a beard, and was white.
Yeah, and like half of those pictures are Ewan McGregor, so like
he was also wearing this red hat, and I don't really get that part.
Yeah,
the red hat of Christ.
Yeah, you know, Jesus was known for having a red hat. It's what Curious George Man in the Yellow Hat was inspired after.
And Santa.
But no, seriously, if you're looking for a good laugh, just watch the trailer because it's hysterical.
Good
it looks like this gameplay is literally you walking around and holding your hands out while famous things from the Bible happen.
That's what Jesus did, right?
I and many people were under the impression that this was a joke thing.
He pointed his hand at a bucket, and fish start appearing in it.
Yeah.
At the end of the trailer, you're apparently playing as Jesus on the cross. Don't want to spoil this one for anyone. He dies at the end.
Spoiler alert.
He does come back. He does come back a little later, but he does die at the end.
Yowzers.
Well, it's not the end. He dies at
Wait,
near the
second
end.
last
Did
chapter.
this-
yeah.
He dies near the
Did this
end.
game come up on the
So-
PSN store?
yeah, the code got leaked.
Man, it's just like Fisher said, like it really doesn't look like the developer is making this game in all serious intention, because it does just look like a parody.
The internet, everyone assumed that it was a joke.
No.
But-
I don't think it's a joke. I just don't think this guy knows how to make video
Yeah,
games.
It's not a joke.
I think that part's obvious.
I'm gonna make this prediction right now. This becomes the Room of video games.
No.
No.
I think it's good. I don't think it's gonna be even endearing enough.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will care enough for it to do
Yeah,
that.
I think this will be funny for 5 seconds. Like someone's gonna stream it.
Wait.
There'll be a lot of
wait.
really, really offensive Twitch comments.
What if-
and that will be game over.
What if Jesus walks into the Last Supper scene, is like debating with himself, and then he turns to his apostles and says, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Oh my.
Come on, that's a good joke.
That was it had too much of a lead up.
I think you forced the Room comparison, so it's not holding.
I guess so. All right, and finishing out this week, Fisher, which topic would you like to take?
Well, I can't win, so what am I even going to do?
Not with an attitude like that, you can't.
Now with that attitude.
Fuck off. All the good topics are gone.
You're totally
I
right.
will take the rare Nintendo PlayStation going up for auction.
All right. Tell us about the Nintendo PlayStation.
Since, as previously mentioned, can't really win this thing. I'm just gonna say what I would do if I bought the rare Nintendo PlayStation.
Okay, I like this.
All right.
So let's say this costs me. Okay, first of all, this is gonna whoever buys this thing is gonna spend so much fucking money for it. Also,
Undoubtedly.
I would love to watch this auction because it's gonna be a weird shit show
Absolutely.
with like pervert collectors who don't know anything about video games and
Why?
other perverts.
Why does
is
every
it-
Why the
What's
video
the
game system?
Any because that's it. It's expensive. They want it. That's how people like this work.
It's an Xbox, not a sex
So they're
box.
perverts?
Huh?
Hey, I like that one better.
Anyone with the kind of money to spend on this is a pervert. That's
Okay, that's where you're going.
This makes
Okay.
total
Okay,
sense.
that's fair.
of course.
That's
Okay.
way better.
Anyway, say I'm one of those weird perverts and I have the money to buy this.
Okay, you're a weird pervert.
Say he's one
Here's
of
what I
those
would
weird
do.
perverts.
In a crazy world. No, I would buy this thing, and then I would very publicly destroy it.
Ah. Just do a Gallagher stand-up set and just smash it with a hammer.
Alternatively, I would buy it, and then I would hide it somewhere in the world and just tell the internet to go find it.
Oh, I like this.
But I've actually destroyed it.
Oh.
I do really like the concept of someone taking this thing, which is gonna cost I want to highlight. It's gonna cost so much money.
Yeah.
What's your
And just,
definition of so much money?
I think this is going to go for over $1 million.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the article it does
Yeah.
state somebody has offered them outright $1 million for it. They're like, no, we have to wait until the auction, so we'll see.
Which for that alone tells me it's gonna go for well over $1 million.
Mm.
Just here's the thing. This is a worthless piece of hardware. This does literally nothing.
You're not wrong.
It is a paperweight. You cannot do anything with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to sell for millions of dollars because that's the kind of weird people collectors are.
Yep.
Frankly, I hope that someone who actually does buy this puts it in a museum. That's where it should go.
Belongs in a museum.
Alternatively, shut up, Ezreal. Alternatively, if it goes to someone else, I hope they lock it away where no one will ever see it or destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I really like your hiding it idea because like I want people to follow these like years worth of clues to find like a box, and it just says the real treasure was the friendships you made along the way. also, I destroyed it, so suck it.
What
nerd.
if it says your princess is in another castle?
I'm a big
Also, I
fan
destroyed
of
it. Suck it, nerd.
I'm a big fan of things that end with "suck it, nerds."
Because you're a weird pervert.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, exactly.
Your Honor.
All right, that is gonna do it for this week's Around the Monitor. Again, it was a little slow news week. Some of these are definitely pulling.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hopefully, the news cycle starts kicking into a high gear soon. I'm a little skeptical of that, but in the meantime,
Do we got any like special episodes we want to do if the cycle continues to be bad the next couple weeks?
Let's definitely think about that. If you have an idea,
rip on Kingdom Hearts for an hour.
I mean, but does anybody want to watch that?
That could be your solo video.
Radical.
We do have a few in the bank to put out, and well, most of those will probably go to Patreon. But anyways, the important thing is, sorry, I've brain farted on how to word this. Dapper Dastard and Fisher King, it's time to go home and become a family man because this week's winner is Mizuki.
Oh, bye, Mark.
It doesn't work now.
Stop trying to make it a thing. It'll never be a thing.
Mizuki, are you ready for your minute to win it?
Sure.
All right, please take it away.
All right, so over this holiday season, I played through both Control and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and partway through Devil May Cry 5. So did a lot of work over the holidays. All of those games are pretty solid. None of them are fantastic, but they're all pretty good. So give Control a shot. I think that was my favorite of the three, followed by Jedi Fallen Order, followed by DMC5, which I'm not done yet. So give those a shot, and they're pretty fun. And there's nothing really coming out till like March anyway, so you got a couple months.
Yes, here we are in the backlog months of the year, so get ready, everybody. Play as much as you can. Remember what it was like to have games that you can actually finish in time, as opposed to when we get to March, where literally your wallets will be dry and you will have no time to play any of the good games. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching this week. Important to note, I did forget to announce at the start of the show, we also have a Patreon now, and I'm also unemployed, self-imposed unemployment. So if you enjoyed this show or enjoy any of the other content that Around the Monitor produces, please check out our Patreon, where we do post an exclusive episode every month. This month's episode will be going up probably this weekend, because I'm scrambling to try and finish a giant, just under 30-minute video that I've been working on since September.
Jesus.
Yeah. When I realized that I wrote the script for this video in September, I was blown away that it's taken me this long. But you know, I didn't want to take like 3 months to put it out originally, so I put out small videos in the meantime. But yeah, this one's giant, and it's huge, and it's good. So please check that out. It'll likely go live Saturday morning. But
do you want to give a preview on the topic?
Oh yeah, it's about the development of Halo Wars, which almost didn't get made. Pretty amazingly, like spectacularly failed almost. It's amazing that game is as good as it is. But anything for you guys to plug in the meantime?
I will probably I want to try and do a little more streaming before I go back into school. So check out Twitch TV/Mizuki. I'm probably gonna play some of the old Final Fantasy games after I'm done with DMC5.
Ooh.
Leading up to Final Fantasy 7 Remake, because I didn't play most of the old line ones. So like 5, 6, 8, 9, all those.
Awesome. Dapper and Fisher.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
My copy of Indivisible was supposed to come in today, but it didn't, so I'm upset.
Rip.
Ouch.
I know, right? Hurts.
Speaking of streaming, Mizuki brought up, because I'm unemployed, apart from making videos, I do intend to actually start streaming more. I've got a few good ideas for streams. Obviously, I do want to stream Halo Wars for a little bit to hopefully build hype for my video. But I have a great idea for an underrated / unknown SNES games that kick ass, because I actually have quite a few, apart from like the obvious ones of like somebody like, oh, ActRaiser, and I'm like, yeah, everybody knows ActRaiser is a great game.
I don't know what that is, so not everybody.
Me neither. So maybe you don't fucking think you know what you're talking about. That sentence made no sense.
ActRaiser is a Sim City game meets side-scrolling beat 'em up.
That doesn't make a lick of sense to me from the concept, but you know,
you play as a god, and you're like building your city to like get worshippers, and then you have to like go down and possess statues, and then do like a side-scrolling beat 'em up level. It's
so just like I Am Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Play as God.
Exactly. Same game almost.
Okay. I was thinking it was Sim City and Beat 'em Up at the same time.
No.
And I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
That would be pretty cool. You build the city, you build the streets, and then you enter the streets.
Based upon what combos you do, it changes the infrastructure of your city. Shoryuken's build the sewers.
God damn it, I was going to say that.
Three-punch combo, residential neighborhood.
If you build a sewer system, you get turtles as unlockable characters. Anyways.
They're teenage and mutant.
They're toads.
Bam.
They're actually just regular.
They're just little turtles. It's pretty.
Turtles.
It's like Tokyo Jungle. It's pretty unenjoyable.
Pretty cute, but they don't do much.
Yeah, Tokyo Jungle.
Good game. All right, that's going to do it for this week, though. But again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, this has been Around the Monitor. First episode of 2020. Woo.